It's Nolan. One, two, three. Say ooh, ooh, yeah.
Man, I done came up out the
Say
bottom.
ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like
I just
hey.
hit the lotto.
Say ooh, ooh, yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. Will I say
throw it
hey,
in my
hey.
wallet.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. Man, I
I done
done
came up out the bottom.
say ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like
I just
hey.
hit the lotto.
Say ooh, ooh, yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Hey, will I say
throw it
hey.
in my wallet.
Yeah, life is a youngin', but I was constantly bumming. Couldn't that nothing, never so draw. I was on corners with tanks in my bag. Just me and my cousin, my homies was frontin'. Flexin' for ladies, my story is crazy. These rappers can't fade me, I got it. Focus my energy, know we get plenty cheese, and it's directed to pass it. Meshing the streets. Remember the days I was fasting the feast. Checking my bank and I tally the lease. Now I get paid for my talent at least. All of that struggle just made me a beast. I don't know why they wanna play with the kid. I done build everything straight from the mud. Still I ain't never been down with no piss. I'ma do numbers when I drive, something when I cab. I'ma blow a bag, spin it on the block, throw it on my girl, let her drop the top. Plus I'm independent, never signed the dots. I can never stop. Thumbing through the guap, save a couple racks, put it in the stock. Ice water dripping, splash it in my watch, flooding out the biggest, I don't see the dot. That's my demeanor. Never been nice, but I feel like I'm meaner. Catching this money like I'm a receiver. Give me an inch, I'ma make it a meter. Shawty so hot, she done gave me a fever. Dripping so hard that I messed up my sneakers. Straight out that dirty, I came from the cleaners. I run through the green like a golden retriever.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, I done
came up out the bottom.
say ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like
I just hit the lotto.
say ooh, ooh, yeah. They say money can't fix all your
problems.
Where? Will I say throw it in my ooh, ooh, yeah. Man, I done
came up out the bottom.
say ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like
I just hit the
say
lotto.
ooh, ooh, yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. Will I say
throw it
hey,
in my wallet.
hey. They ain't never seen nothing like me. I be running numbers up in my sleep, making money when I do it for free. Guess it really just be falling for tree. I don't never see these boys in the street. I be calling out a play like a cheat. Style shot like my jean got a wet.
Work the well like I'm brushing my teeth.
Felt like I never was out. I got my haters, no reason to doubt. How about that bed and I'm back on my route? Into the clone like I'm cleaning my scalp. Run up a check, never heard of a drought. King of my city, they pass me the crown. I don't know what the talk is about. You open the stage and I'm shutting it down. 10 years I've been trying to get it. By myself, ain't nobody visit. No alliance and no politician. They be lying, I ain't trying here. Every day I was in the mirror. Tunnel vision, I can see it clear. Hard times I could never feel. Go outside, rock and ride, yeah. I'm an independent pioneer. They be acting like they can't see me. Bring your favorite rapper in the game. Bet I eat them like some Bayziti. I don't even look at competition. Deep inside I know they wanna be me. I be rubbing shoulders with the graves, fulfilling my wishes like I'm a genie. Ayy, man, I done
came up out the
say
bottom.
ooh, ooh, yeah.
Got fresh like I just
Come
hit the
on,
lotto.
say ooh, ooh, yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. Will I say
throw it in my wallet.
ooh, ooh, yeah.
Man, I done came up out the bottom.
Say ooh, ooh, yeah.
Got fresh like I just hit the
Say
lotto.
ooh, ooh, yeah. They say
money can't fix all your problems.
ooh, ooh, yeah. Will I say
throw it in my wallet.
yes, indeed. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry with your boy J Nolan. We got a special one planned out for y'all today. I wanted to open up the show with an impromptu performance. Big shout out to Sarah B. Big shout out to Soul Cruise. I greatly appreciate y'all and y'all contributions to the channel, to the Inside the Industry family. Big shout out to all my insiders, everybody that tunes in on a daily basis, sometimes twice a day. We greatly appreciate y'all. We're gonna get this show started in just a second. Let's go. Told y'all, man, I am a professional. We ended that right on cue. Nah. Y'all tried to throw me off. That was supposed to go out succinctly. But yeah, man, we're going to have a good one today. Today's show is called More Confusion because we still have more confusion with the Ebony Prince. He's still out here. Kendrick Lamar. We're going to get into his Billboard success. And we also have a bizarre turn with things going on with King Combs, you know, Diddy's son, King Combs, a.k.a. What's that boy real name? Because he ain't no king in my household, but, you know, Christian. Going at 50 Cent. 50 Cent says, hey, I feel threatened. Oh, man, it's too much going on in hip-hop. Everybody is angry. Everybody is trying to find their way into a beef. Everybody's trying to find a way to release a diss record. And although I may not be satisfied with the quality of the music from these artists, it is definitely entertaining and giving me shit to talk about. So, hey, anybody that has a problem, be sure, take it in the booth. Get your best homie to write you down some lyrics, deliver the shit, get it halfway mixed and mastered, put it out, and we gonna talk about it and clown your ass if it's whack. And most likely if it's good, we gonna clown your ass anyway, because the biggest beef in hip-hop still is unresolved. The numbers are still going up, getting tallied, and more shit is being peeled back on the onion. So you're always gonna fall at the bare minimum 5th place, because 1 through 4 is Kendrick and Drake. We just know that off top. All right? Now, again, that's just a little free sample for those of y'all that want to get that live show. It is on the way, I promise. I just wanted to give y'all a taste to let y'all know I really do this. Y'all ain't seen me really, you know what I mean? Every now and then it's nice to just get on here and do what I really do outside of talking about hip-hop. I love it. I enjoy speaking about it. But I ain't just that, all right? Now, let's get back to the Ebony Prince. I told y'all as soon as I logged off yesterday, homeboy was going to come right back. Well, today is his deadline that he set for Drake. And he's been letting the Draco fly all day. All right? So we're going to pick up where he left off from yesterday. If y'all are not down with the Kendrick Lamar Drake saga, if you're not down with the Ebony Prince situation or the Christopher Alvarez who's come out and made a statement of his own, this ain't the video for you. But for those of y'all that want to have some fun with this shit, well, not fun, because this shit could potentially be a very dark turn. But if y'all are interested in this type of thing, be my guest. Let's get to it, all right? Now, what I find interesting is that there was an identity of someone that was being disclosed online. I was trying to, I wouldn't say protect this person, but I was trying to be considerate of their identity, because they're giving us information online. They're giving us things to talk about. And I didn't feel like it was, you know, okay to out this person before they got their message across. You know, there's plenty of people that have found who they think this is. But a name that was given to me the other day, y'all saw it in the chat because y'all wanted me to go look him up on Google. And I wasn't even live. It was a premiere. Was Larry Ebony. Now, some people believe that that's who's behind the Ebony Prince account. I cannot wholeheartedly say Larry Ebony is behind the account, because actually today, Ebony Prince 2K24 decided to come out and do a tribute to Larry Ebony, who is, I believe, the founder or one of the originators of the House of Ebony ballroom dance drag situation. All right. All that information may not exactly be pertinent to everyone tuning in, and that's fine with me. But we've talked about this, so this is what it is. Okay? So, yesterday, we left off with someone asked how to make it stop. 5 words. King Kendrick got the number and his team too, as well as a quite riveting email that would send shivers down your spine. That's where we left off. Since then, Ebony Prince comes out and says, I guess I could share my screen with y'all. Let me take this out, put myself in the corner here. So the Ebony Prince comes out and says, when Officer Viola and his partner, Officer Wilt Blank, entered my booth, they informed me that since there was a complaint present who alleged assault, they would have to take me in unless they saw footage of otherwise. I then had to locate said footage while encircled by them. So this is where we start getting to the actual footage or the photos of surveillance footage that he put out before. You know, the scene that had Drake's entourage and Mr. Christopher Alvarez in a hotel lobby. We didn't know what was going on during that scene. We're going to get to that in just a moment. All right. He says, were it not for the report. So basically, let's just stay there for a second. So police were called for some sort of misunderstanding or issue at the hotel, the Mark Hotel in New York. 2 officers came out. They asked him some questions and they wanted to detain him and take him in for arrest, which he had to retrieve some footage to prove, I guess, what it was that he was saying, right? He says, were it not for the rapport I had with these guys, I wouldn't have even got that. Luckily for me, that was a breeze. There was no need to call Miss Edward again. Basically saying, being that he was able to go get footage of the camera, he didn't get arrested. He had some sort of rapport, meaning that, you know, probably wasn't the first time he met them. They probably came to check on the hotel other times where, at the bare minimum, they had been cordial and nice. Right? So he had no reason to call Miss Edward, who is his lawyer. He then goes on to say, on this Mother's Day, we, the House of Ebony, bid a heavenly holiday for our founding mother, Richard Sears Ebony, in her immortal words, Ebony power, Ebony power, Ebony power. I do not know who this is, but I'm guessing this is Richard. And Richard identifies as a woman, as you could see her. Not sure if that's significant to the story. I doubt it. But keep going. Now as the day turns and the clock counts down, how can I not honor this man? Okay, so you saying man and her. I'm a little, okay. Okay, leading to the next thing. Your strength and fortitude gave rise to a network that spans the globe. Your leadership and ingenuity have carried the house and the scene through. It's time for some bigger flowers. So here we are, here on the biggest platform available. We salute you, our living founding father, Mr. Larry Prelo Ebony. This is who y'all were telling me to check out the other night. This is Larry Ebony, which basically is telling us this account is not run by Larry, right? Which is why I was trying to keep the name private, because I felt Larry was trying to get something out. Now we see that that's not true. You have weathered all storms, epidemics, and pandemics while standing firm. Today you get to smell the world's bouquets and vindication. Okay? So we can go ahead and debunk the theory that this is Larry Ebony running this account. Or maybe it could be a misdirection. I don't know. Let us all ponder for a moment. Imagine how perfectly the stars had to align for all of these events and people to intersect. This is divine. While we may not be wealthy, what we lack in finances, we make up for in spades with resources. To all the bloggers who still assume to know something, you are all part of the problem, which hopefully this exposes as well. This conversation is between associates that none of you know. Shut the fuck up and watch the show. He continues to promote this film that's coming out toward the end of the year. Don't know what this film is about. I'm guessing it's going to be about the House of Ebony, though, you know, Pioneer Larry, Uncle Mike, all these people. I'm guessing these are all members, and they're most likely it's going to be a documentary. But the bloodline, the game, that's weird. All right. He then shares this logo. I will never forget this. This is the eatery on the grounds of the hotel. That's what's been exposed here. 7/27/2023. This is the date I believe that he lost his job. Then this morning he comes out and says, "Dear Aubrey, did you really think this was all about a shirt and some scripts, as in prescriptions? This was about diamonds. Time for some hard truths." Now I'm going to run this back so y'all can see what's going on here, because this is actually a pretty vital piece of the story. I told y'all last night, I believe that Drake had some jewelry in his possession at the hotel that was never recovered. This is kind of what is alluding to Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA, where he says, "Find the jewels like Cash Doll. I just need you to think." Are you ready to play How Have You Ever? Now let's, what do you say? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO was working for me? The lyrics, you know, they're a little muddy on my head. I haven't listened to that as much as the other ones, especially because they're not on DSPs. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enlarge this and let y'all see what he's trying to convey here. So once again, we see the skyline. This motherfucker chewing on that trident too hard. Brands ditch TV advertising for web as audiences shrink. This is the Wall Street Journal here. Don't know the significance of the Wall Street Journal, but I think the date is on this newspaper.
Standing by him, keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any cover that lives. Keep the family safe.
As you can see, he's got diamonds in his possession. Very, well, I don't know if those are diamonds. It look like diamonds because them bitches dancing. But a very interesting jewelry piece here. I don't know what that piece is. That might be the jewelry that Drake bought from Popular Jewelry last year while he was out in New York. People have come out and let me know about this Panasonic computer. I underestimated it greatly. I said it was whack, old, and fucked up. They said that this is a Panasonic Toughbook, which is a military grade laptop, something that's for highly classified files that you have, so nobody can really break into it, type of thing. I wasn't aware of that, but I appreciate all of the insiders that were informing me of this information, because I don't know everything and I don't act like I do. I just try to give my perspective of what's going on. That's why I always ask what y'all think. Sometimes we may disagree, but it's never coming from a place of malice. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I say, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Ebony Prince, none of these motherfuckers pay us. I get paid to talk about this shit because of the monetization on YouTube, but they don't directly, put any money in my pocket. So I'm not going to argue nobody to the point of like disliking nobody. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is, let's just be sensible. Let's be respectful. And let's not be delusional about certain things. We all have our favorites or our natural biases, as all humans do. But again, it's about respect. So now we see some sort of target from a shooting range. And another. Pans back to this jewelry. I'm suspecting that's a pretty expensive, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Looks like chains, but it's an interesting piece. I'll say that much. Let me see. Is this showing correctly? I might need to zoom out a little bit more. All right. So next up, we've got this jewelry box here. And he says, and lots of them. Now, I don't know for sure if this is in Ebony Prince's possession. This isn't the first time I've seen these, but I don't know whose these are. Again, this is women's jewelry. We got some pearls, some sort of bracelet. Looks like perhaps a not Richard, but a Frank Mueller watch, or Frank Miller, one of them fucking expensive watches. Oh, vintage jewelry. That's what we do know. We see some sort of, what is this in the corner here? What are these trinkets? I don't know what these trinkets are. They look like some fucking Monopoly pieces. Are those dogs? I don't know, y'all. That shit look like dogs, don't it? I can only go so far. But it looks to me like dogs or some sort of animals, horses. But it would line up with Drake's rollout for all the dogs, especially because he was leaving the hotel during this time period with dog masks on his face to promote the album. So I'm willing to go with that. But the rest of this stuff look like women's jewelry. Again, people believe Drake has some weird stuff going on with dogs that until we get more proof, I'm not going to say nothing about it. They say, you see, the minute you said stolen, you introduced a dilemma in my world, more specifically, my professional world, right? So these items, I'll let him keep going. Lost and found is a well-known and looked forward to perk of hospitality. It is the incentive to thoroughly perform your duties in the hopes that one man's trash, negligence, or kind gesture may turn into a treasure for you. So clearly this was a hotel employee. Drake forgot some items or misplaced some items in this hotel. Perhaps they weren't misplaced. Perhaps he hid them in hopes of returning to get them at a later time. Maybe he wasn't trying to travel with them. Maybe these were not items that he was supposed to have. Just theorizing here. But Mr. Ebony Prince found them, put them in their allotted space within the hotel, lost and found. And after a certain period of time in the lost and found, you discard those items, and I guess the employees are able to have their run of the mill on what they want to keep if that time comes, except money. Any actual cash, I believe they have to put into a safe for the hotel to keep. They say that means it was no secret to my closest colleagues that all of these items were long in my possession. So last Monday, when I finally was shown Meet the Grrrls in the employee cafeteria, I instantly understood the assignment. So this is interesting here. He says he didn't hear Meet the Grrrls until Monday. As we all know, Meet the Grrrls came out Saturday morning, right after Drake dropped Family Matters. So he, oddly enough, I don't know, maybe this person hasn't been keeping up with the battle as much. For you to hear the song late when you were the one that provided the artwork and stuff. I don't know. This is interesting. You provided Kendrick Lamar with, at bare minimum, photos, because maybe Kendrick never actually had possession of these items. Maybe these were just photos that he used on the artwork. And this guy had it the whole time. And someone got him in contact with Kendrick about whatever Drake had going on. And he went about his life, which I still feel is interesting because you didn't hear Meet the Grrrls until Monday, and you say you instantly understood the assignment. So it sounds like you really didn't know what Kendrick had going on. Y'all let me know if I'm missing something here. Fill in the blanks for me. You see, as a prince and because of my chosen profession, I speak the unspoken language of royalty. In Black America, there's a common saying that what's understood. So maybe let me just slow down. Okay, 616 in LA, perhaps Ebony Prince was privy to that. Right? In 616 in LA, Kendrick raps about find the jewels like Cash Doll. He already had possession or he already had photos because he had to have had it in advance because it was part of his rollout. Talks about yachts, sun seekers, all of these different things. The Favor, which is also a yacht. I mean, the Fever, which is also a yacht. OVO working for me. Fake bully, I hate bullies. So he didn't really go into like grave detail in 616, but he kind of planted some seeds about what he knew, right? You got all these people working for you. They don't fuck with you. Somebody gave a nice theory talking about you got 20 people that don't like you, that want to see you gone. You got and one that's close to you. People put that together with the whole 20 plus 1, 21 Savage. They think he might be the OVO mole for Kendrick or one of them because now there's a working theory that there's multiple, right? And Kendrick alludes that there's at least 20 people in the OVO camp that want to see his downfall, even his closest people. So that's where we are. He says, you see, As a prince and because of my chosen profession, I speak the unspoken language of royalty. In Black America, there's a common saying that what's understood need not be explained. But he didn't say the rest. I was elated to say the least. That elation was broken, quote, quite swiftly by one of the managers. She called me into the office and began an inquisition into how the items were obtained. So he's still reporting for work, but I thought, okay, so maybe he didn't lose his job, but 2 others did, based on the turn of events, right? So when he retrieved the footage, it saved his ass, but 2 other employees were fired, lost their jobs. Okay? Not to mention, this Ebony Prince has also honored some fallen people on this page who passed away. Some people are alluding that Drake may be involved with their random disappearance. I guess not disappearance, but demise. I'm not putting that on that. I'm just saying what some people are thinking. We're going down a crazy rabbit hole. This ain't even what I started this channel about, but it is related to hip hop. We do have a strange Riddler person that just inserted themselves into the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef right when it was concluding. So I don't want y'all to think that this is like a tinfoil hat channel, but it ties into Kendrick Lamar's lyrics and his rollout of how he approached the battle. So here we are. I was informed that the statements made by DJ Akademiks had also been relayed to her, his manager, because you know the pocket watchers are always hating. I was informed that I should speak with an attorney because being associated with items declared stolen may have negative consequences. Again, he's saying that DJ Akademiks and Drake have alluded to the items being stolen, right? Because remember, Akademiks said that he got information from someone that said the contents that were on the Kendrick Lamar cover artwork were items from Dennis Graham's suitcase that had allegedly been stolen or taken. Right? Even though it was Drake's stuff inside, which makes sense because if Drake was in New York for his show, the Ozempic came from California, which means somebody would have had to travel from California to New York to deliver it. Right? Because I know some people say, well, how could he be in the same place at the same time? Well, if Dennis is moving around, getting some, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know their relationship. But clearly Drake's not walking around with everything on his person. So somebody's got to move around with his shit. Whether that be Chubbs, who's supposed to be his head of security with a fake ass company, or Pops. Let's continue. So Mr. Allen likes to make threats publicly, huh? You men were asked for nothing but the truth, refused to do so, and now you think you will harass and harm me? Thanks for letting the world know, idiot. This shall make it abundantly easy to acquire a carry permit now. So I guess, this person speaks in code. So I don't know if that's saying that it's going to make it easy for them to acquire a carry permit, or it's actually going to make it hard for Akademiks if he's making threats online. That's how things work in your home country, not this one, not the land my ancestors built the improvements upon. This is why it goes not like us. I thought you all were smart. Now where was I? How long will we as a people allow these folks who scream their allegiances to other governments continue to scavenge our Black American culture? I think he's shooting at both Drake and Akademiks here. Akademiks has always maintained he is a Jamaican. He did not understand American culture until well into his school years. And then we have Drake, who's from Canada, who has interviews where he spoke about feeling like an outsider when he started coming to the US. They are not like us. Let me ask a question. You call us nigs and nigs, right? I'm just going to be, politically correct there. Do you know what we call you? You see, in the 1920s, the movement was called the New Negro Movement. Here in the 2020s, this is the New Nigga Movement. Hard ERs will get you sent to the ER quickly. Y'all remember Drake's old footage of talking about, using the hard ER, he was way out of his scope. We are all collectively gatekeeping our shit now. All of it, like how you all do yours. But I digress. After the meeting in the office, I later contacted Ms. Edward, his lawyer. All files regarding any items in my possession were transferred over to her so that if I am ever detained for possession of stolen property, my attorney has the proof of chain of custody. Now, this is interesting to me. So he says, if I get arrested for anything, my lawyer already has the files regarding any items in my possession. So his lawyer, what type of money you got, you know what I'm saying, working at this hotel, bro? I don't know. You must got a real good relationship with Miss Edward. I was in disbelief at this claim of theft, considering how the items came to remain in that building. I kept thinking back to 7/27/23, which I believe is the date when those items were left, because I believe Drake was out in New York for approximately 10 days or something like that. Even Akademiks said that, because he was performing at the Barclays Center and Madison Square Garden over the course of a week or so. By now, you should have come to the conclusion that I am quite meticulous in my methods. We all occasionally slip, though. I have throughout this story while fending off hacking attempts, threats against me and my house members, and more. However, you or your team slipped flat-faced after you departed that time. So much emphasis on that little bag and whether or not it shipped, that the big bag was picked through and tossed to the side with these instructions. We only needed that. The rest is trash. So this is a direct quote coming from someone in Drake's camp, I'm assuming. But you are you, so it was not trash, not your stuff. Nobody wanted to hear no bullshit. So basically, Drake and or Entourage said some of the items or something, a bag, was trash, right? But they like, shit, that's Drake. We not trashing this stuff, because what if we toss it and he comes back at a later time wondering where it's at, that's going to be a problem. So it remained in the lost and found, right? Here's the next tweet. It was placed with the other high value lost and found in a safe under a camera for 3 months, right? So they waited for 3 months, nothing, maybe there was some sort of contact that there was intent to get it back, but Drake never returned. Therefore, when asked by the director of department to clear all the old stuff out of the office for reasons I won't disclose, I obeyed, but that required an additional step. Simply trashing everything was not feasible, as some of the items were extremely expensive. It is, after all, the billionaire's playground. So here we go into the expensive shit, a la the jewelry. To that point, are you a billionaire yet? I wouldn't know. I believe Drake is, but that's just me. He's definitely on his way there if he's not. If not, I challenge you to look through another lens. Imagine having to service actual monarchs, kings, queens, princesses, and princesses, presidents, and heads of state from all over the world with assets in the trillions on a daily basis. So basically saying, look, at this hotel, we have people of your stature, actors, all these other people that are entertainers, but we actually have kings and queens and people of even higher ranking from other provinces and shit that come to this hotel with more valuable shit than what you had on a daily basis, right? Then enter you. with the goon squad that pushes the service providers who are trying to assist out of the way. Once banging one in the head, thinking he was a pap, being nasty to all the staff. So basically saying, we service people here at this hotel that are much more important than you, but you and your team come in here disrespectful. Y'all push us around. Y'all push people out of your way. You've even banged one of our employees' heads, thinking that they were paparazzi, right? So they pretty much dread when y'all come into town. That's what it sounds like. Doing shit like be there in 10, then show up in 2, then want to complain about preparation, all right? So this is where we're getting to. This person is basically saying when Drake comes in town, they dread it. He's an asshole. His team is a nightmare, right? They send message to the hotel saying, I'll be there in 10, basically saying to get ready to, fend off people, whatever. You say you're going to be here in 10 minutes, so we start scrambling to get ready. You show up in 2 minutes and want to complain that we're not prepared for your arrival to make sure that the path is clear and nobody's there. Nobody's fucking with you. Or it's at least roped and blocked off. You leave a wake of annoyance and stress in your path that makes most people's skin crawl, on top of costing people to be fired, costing people to resign, and nearly costing me to be arrested, all in the lawsuit against young Theodore from earlier. This is interesting. Remember the other night I showed y'all that article about that white guy, 19-year-old that was underage trying to buy liquor at the hotel. Well, that young man was sued by the Mark Hotel. Okay? So, rejected underage drinker hires protesters to smear luxury NYC hotel with wild signs. Suit. All right? So, Theodore Wintrob, who we talked about the other evening, he's a teenage son, or at least he was a teenage son as of last year. I think he may be 20 now. Son of a Park Avenue doctor, has been accused of launching a bizarre smear campaign against the swanky Mark Hotel, hiring protesters to wave signs accusing the business of supporting PDF Jeffrey Epstein and denying the Holocaust. He allegedly concocted the twisted revenge plot after he was booted from the 5-star hotel for repeatedly trying to buy drinks with a fake ID, according to a suit filed last week in Manhattan Supreme Court. The rejected underage drinker paid demonstrators to chant with wild signs outside the Lux building on East 77th Street near 5th Avenue, even timing the demonstrations to coincide with visits from VIP guests such as the rapper Drake. So that protest y'all saw that was going on, I showed y'all in that other video, that was put together and coordinated by Mr. What's your name again, bruh? Timothy? The fuck? Theodore, excuse me. They say protester signs falsely declared the Mark supports Epstein, the Mark denies the Holocaust, and the Mark spreads disease, according to a filing from July 27th. Wintrob was also seen sitting in a parked Cadillac and smirking as the protesters picketed nearby, workers told Patch.com, which first reported the suit. Okay. Wintrob allegedly, we're going to skip some of this stuff, but this whole thing happened at the Caspia Martini, or Caspia, whatever that fucking place is. Yeah. Inside the hotel. Wintrob allegedly became increasingly aggressive about being turned away from the glamorous hotel, which has hosted celebrities such as Gigi Hadid and Angelina Jolie, and once boasted a $75,000 per night penthouse suite, which I believe is the same one that Drake has been going into. The wannabe booze hound allegedly caused so many commotions that the hotel flagged him as a disturbance and banned him from returning. But he did soon return for a dinner reservation with his family, including his well-known doctor dad, Huh? So what year was he turned away from the hotel? If y'all talking about 2021. These dates are getting weird. That might be a typo. It had to be a typo. The teen first pled for forgiveness, then flipped out when he was denied entry. Defendant began accusing the hotel of being anti-Semitic and spitting on people's food. Now, what's interesting is, although he coordinated a protest and was talking about the whole Epstein thing, there are documents online that state that this hotel was in Epstein's black book about places where underaged people were filtered through here for his nefarious dealings. Let's just say that, to be safe on YouTube. Right? Now, with this lawsuit that the Mark Hotel put on Timothy Wintraub, the Ebony Prince was also included in that lawsuit as an employee witness. So I guess all of this crazy shit all happened around the same time. At first, I was annoyed that when the new third-party company took my department, I was provided with no company information, not even an employee handbook. Then I realized, well, whatever, I've signed no agreements to anything, so let's see how this plays out. Now, while we have that lens on your eye, do you see the foolery? The regulars there could buy you 100 times over, yet your staff will try and move them out the way. Do you see the insanity? But it is America after all, and cash will always be king in spite of what asshole it comes from. Basically stating, again, we get so much more money, so many more important people than yourself, but you act like you're an actual king when you come through this bitch. They like the money, not you, and that goes for everyone and everything around you. I started this asking you and your little friend to humble yourselves. You realize that no one has stopped me, right? That's because everyone is in agreement. Now to this, we showed y'all the certificate of completion for identifying and reporting abuse and maltreatment. They say what this means is that I am obligated under NYS law to report any questionable activity regarding the humans this law covers. Anywhere I've worked can attest to the fact that I drew my job to the letter of the law once there. That's what makes me amongst the most in demand in the city. How many times should I have allowed you to indirectly affect my livelihood? So this is where things get a little bit weird, because now we're talking about alleged child abuse, and it goes further. And just when I thought the saga was over and you mockingly switched over to the Armon. What is the Armon? Is that another hotel? Yeah, the Armon is another luxury hotel in New York. What do? You come out and ridicule someone I truly admired. Backseat freestyle nigga. Martin had a dream. Okay? So I don't know anything about mocking or ridiculing somebody they admired. I don't know anything about that. I don't understand. We don't have any further context on that. Again, if y'all are able to fill in the blanks for me on this, please do. Excuse me. You were warned at so many turns. My eyes are not trained to determine age. They are trained to decipher adult from adolescent. Young Theodore made changes to how we monitored youngins. 7/27/2023. I wonder what it will be. Now, this is the latest update. He says, I bet you thought I didn't have the actual goods, silly rabbit. Now, this is where Ebony Prince shows us he, in fact, has surveillance footage on his laptop of that night. Now, that's funny. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Oh, my God. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna turn this music down. But as y'all can see, we've got Mr. Alvarez and his wheelchair. He's by himself. He's by himself. Somebody's approaching. Right? I'm playing it again for those of y'all that don't know. So we see him here by himself. Somebody's coming through the front door to, I guess, meet up with him. Damn, I can't get the time on this. But I'm assuming, is that 3 a.m.? I don't know what the fuck that says, man. But we see, I'm guessing that's somebody from Drake's entourage coming to meet with him. As we saw in the still shot that was already released, there was him and a couple of others from Drake's team. He says, for all of you people who think you're going to play games with me, I have a suggestion for you. Go back to your normal lives before you lose them. I am not someone for you to play with unless you're a player in my game. This motherfucker really on some sauce. Listen, you want to play a game? All items for sale November 9th, 2024. Bring your bags, big ones. So I guess when this film comes out, they're also going to auction off some of those items from Drake's possession. Let me see if there's anything further. We're going to refresh the page. Damn. I'm an honest hoe and all my hoes is honest. I'm not finna click on that. So you people thought that I would give away the leverage for free. You're foolish. That goes to the lawyer. I like picture 2. Hide no need. Now what? Let the chips fall as they may. I've already spoken with my mother and prepared to die. Oh my God. This motherfucker said, I'm willing to die for this shit, nigga. I take your fucking life for this shit, nigga. We ain't going back to broke family selling dope. This is why you meanie ass rap niggas better know. If I gotta get some juice to some niggas, I'ma make it look sexy. If I gotta put Drake on the board, we gonna make it look sexy. I pull up, hop out, air out, made it look sexy. We gonna take you out your element, Lord, take you out your element. Damned if I do, if I don't. Oh my God. All these songs are coming back now. He was going at Drake on that one too, Kendrick. We bold around here. I died, lots died. And the other videos come out. So it's a contingency plan here. This is what a lot of people were saying. They think that this guy has some other fuck shit on Drake. Some private shit that he don't want out there. And he says, if I go, the domino effect begins and more shit drops. You all have bothered me, my family, my coworkers, and friends for what? The truth? Nigga, ain't nobody bothered you. Nah, you came out here on the internet trying to play the Riddler games. Niggas want to solve the riddle because you speaking in them. What we not gonna do is allow you to play the victim here. You want to be a truth teller? You want to be in a Batman story? Cool. But don't act like niggas is just fucking up your peace when you deciding to go and insert yourself in the biggest hip-hop battle possibly ever. She tried to hide her tears when I told her on Mother's Day that I might be unalived soon. But we had that kind of relationship. Want to know what she told me? Give 'em hell. If I have to die to propel my people forward, let that be the reason I have lived so good till now. Hey, bro. I'm gonna let you get your shit off. We all do still realize that this is because of his lies and my truths, right? I will lay down my life. What will you do? My stomach turned that night. I made promises to a 6-year-old me to never allow things like that to happen on my watch. So this is interesting. We don't know what he witnessed at 6 years old, but to go back that far back in history to allow things like that to happen, and you're talking about not knowing, not being your job to determine who's an adult or not. It's very interesting. When I had to give the standard salutation after the transport, enjoy your evening, a piece of me died, God's plan. Now, here's the Snapple fact. I only told Kendrick about the items. That's what I thought. That's what I figured. I figured The conversation was strictly about what we saw in the photos, because clearly these two are not friends. So who are these other moles, right? Because somebody else. So this is where we can start cooking here. He says, I only told him about the items that you saw in the photos, right? You saw the Ozempic, you saw the Zolpidem Ambien shit, you saw whatever fucking pills and shit we saw. The Maybach glove, which I ain't gonna lie, the Maybach glove seems quite eerie. If you around here going to hotels wearing gloves inside the privacy of your hotel, what are you doing that you don't want your prints on? Right? But he said after hearing Family Matters, he said he knew he had to come out and start putting some shit up. So basically, he's trying to give credence to what Kendrick is saying on Family Matters, because who are the other people telling him information if I didn't? That's what it sounds like to me. Y'all fill me in on the blanks now. The House of Ebony is what validated me when I felt like a unicorn in the hood. They molded me into the lion you get today. So come, just don't miss, because I won't. So now he talking about if y'all gonna shoot, y'all better hit me, because if not, I will not. Why is the truth so expensive? And that's what we've got so far. Now, Christopher Alvarez, the little person that you see in that hotel in the wheelchair, you know, people have been confusing him for a baby. He's not. He's a grown man. Somebody says Christopher about to drop the article of the century. He says, stay tuned, 5 p.m. Brooklyn Eagle. We don't know if he's going to really say anything pertaining to that night. People have definitely been in his mentions on Instagram, all his photos, trying to say, hey, what did Drake do to you? Please tell us what Drake did to you. He's been staying mum. He was liking comments, but I think it's a common practice that he does, or whomever runs his account, to like the comments. I think as they went back and checked some things, they started unliking. But it's possible. It's all in the realm of possibility that he may go to the Brooklyn Eagle and tell his story. Probably not, but he might. This person here says, guys, I unfortunately think this has nothing to do with the situation. People getting excited over this are hilarious. Y'all know he's only going to drop an article about an elevator, right? Which is interesting because he has been writing about some sort of elevator that needs to be fixed or something like that in the city of New York. That's not the only information that's come out today. It seems that, remember I told y'all about the guy Cooley Bravo? I saw some people in the chat that were asking about him and seeing if I actually watched his hour interview. Well, I watched about 30 minutes of it, and I had some questions. And it seems today, some of those questions have been answered, that Cooley Bravo was not actually legit. Okay? Let me see if I can pull this up. Because one of Kendrick's associates came out and said, Smack, who is this nigga? Okay? And I found that to be very interesting that he said, Smack, who is this nigga? So here's the audio from Cooley Bravo that led up to Euro Luck, who again is a Kendrick Lamar associate from California. And I'm guessing he's also on the To Pimp a Butterfly cover because he keeps it on his page. So here's Cooley speaking on Drake allegedly sending out $100,000, $150,000 to get information on Kendrick and his wife Whitney and some other shit.
Can you speak on the 150K Drake put out for the info? Oh hell yeah, that ain't discreet. I can talk about this shit all. Let's. Oh, I like these conversations. This is street shit. Okay, let me tell you about this bitch ass nigga. Drake sent some niggas to Atlanta, not knowing. See, this is why I say Kendrick.
Now, why would Drake send people to Atlanta to get information on Kendrick and his wife's whereabouts? That was interesting to me. I was like, y'all see, I didn't quote none of this shit yesterday. Certain stuff that was believable was the amount of songs that Kendrick had, the contents of those songs, because I do believe, I mean, Kendrick said, how many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Right? So I could believe that. Daylight said Euphoria had a 19-minute version. I could listen to Daylight because I know for sure he is absolutely aligned with TDE and Punch specifically. Them niggas drop music damn near every day together. But nobody was retweeting Cooley Bravo. Nobody was confirming his stories. He was making it seem as though he was in step with Daylight. That does not seem to be true either at this point, but I'm going to let him finish.
Fucked him up at. Kendrick power trickled down to me.
How?
He tried to come down here and get some niggas some money for information on Kendrick. Now, mind you, I can't get no information on Kendrick because I'm only tied to his friend named L. L is actually on the timeline with us. L got less followers than me. People are so dumb, they don't realize it's people with like 100 followers or like 5K followers it's actually like related to this nigga. His sister is on fucking Twitter. All of us are on Twitter. They just looking at me because I got so many followers. I say, bro, y'all niggas don't really understand what's happening. So they come to me. They try to get one of my little homies 150K. They try to get him 100K, right? So I say, what they asking for? They say they want to know something about Kendrick. I said, Kendrick ain't from Atlanta or fucking Chicago. So what the fuck they asking? They said, what do you know about that? What did you know about Whitney and all that shit? And I said, Whitney who? My girl? I said, because my girl name Whitney. They said, no, Kendrick girl. I said, Whitney is up there with him. Now, mind you, that's a bombshell. They don't know that. Drake talking all that shit about why you live in New York. I said, oh, they stupid. I said, take the money. I'm gonna tell them a lie. So I took the 100. I said, matter of fact, on top of that, I said, tell them put the 50K on it, and I'll tell them where they at.
So you took the money. How did they give you the money? Did they wire it to you? Did they Western Union it? Did they Zelle the money? Venmo. You took the money. They put it out cash and they had it in the streets of Atlanta for you, just randomly waiting for you to give false information, no verification of your information, no deposit, no half up front, no we gonna lock your ass up in a goddamn in a warehouse till we could verify what you claiming. Nothing, right? I mean, if we're gonna go off a movie plot, we might as well talk about how shit go in the movies. Cause you just got 150K for bad information, scot-free, and you talking about it on a Discord group with no consequences? Come the fuck on, people. That's why I ain't talk about this shit. Now, L, who he made reference to, is the one who says, I wonder who this is mentioning me. I don't recognize the voice. Furthermore, somebody comes out and says, truth always comes out LMFAO. He said, no cap. The truth is out. We don't know this nigga. Euro Luck is from Bompton, California. Stamped with a PG Lang header on his page to let y'all know he riding for Kendrick all day. And he's got links to other people he works with and shit like that to where you know he's in, you know what I mean? He's verified. Cooley, not so much. Okay? So we're going to zoom past that. We're not going to play no more of his audio. I knew some shit was weird because he was claiming that he was also a writer in Kendrick's camp. But I seen the other day, he said he don't even like Kendrick like that. He don't even listen to his music like that. So how would you be a part of, how would you not like Kendrick's music, but you're supposedly a writer in the studio with him? I was like, that shit don't sound right, fam. I'm not finna put my stamp on inside the industry with this dude. I think the Ebony Prince shit is a lot more valid than what he had going on. He had a nice run, because he was studying what them niggas from Cali had going on. So he was kind of, in his community, he was ahead of the game. The buck stopped. He got exposed. Now his page is randomly not up anymore. Okay. In other Kendrick Lamar news, let's go ahead and go put this up here. Kendrick Lamar hits the Hot 100 this week with 3 slots. Okay. Not Like Us debuts at number 1. It didn't have to go through no climbing, no nothing. Debuted number 1. This is the hottest, biggest song in the mother effing country right now. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar on that. Number 3 is Euphoria, a song with no hook. The only hook in that motherfucker is I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress. That's the hook on Euphoria, dog. And it's number 3 on fucking Billboard. A 6-minute diss record aimed at Drake's throat. Number 6 is Like That. Like That was the number 1 song in the country up until it got replaced by Kendrick Lamar with his new shit. Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar Like That. So out of the top 10 slots on Billboard Hot 100, the nigga got 3 of them. 2 solo. Now Drake is up there with Family Matters. And I said, out of Drake only got 3 records in the beef. It's the best one. Push-Ups, second. 6, what the fuck, the Heart Part 6. We got to take that one off the board. Akademiks exposed the lies in that shit yesterday. And he's a pro Drake fan. That song has to be stricken from the record, just like Tailor Made Freestyle. Speaking of Tailor Made Freestyle, Taylor Swift is up there, number 4, with her song Fortnite featuring Post Malone. So everybody that Drake tried to discredit Kendrick about, you pushed your shit back because Taylor Swift was finna drop. Use me as the they have nothing to drop button. Hey man, Kendrick number 1, number 3, Taylor Swift number 4, Kendrick, Metro and Future number 6. That's crazy, man. Salute to Kendrick. Not Like Us is playing all over the world. Niggas is doing karaoke to that shit already. The clubs, the brunches, everybody is in tune. All right. We're going to shift the conversation real quick because I told y'all earlier, King Combs, a.k.a. Christian Combs, Diddy's son, he came out trying to defend the honor of his family and his father. He's come out with a song called Pick a Side, where he's dissing everybody that had something to say about his family. He says he's going to smack any and everybody who's used the phrase no Diddy. I know I've used it before. And he particularly takes aim at 50 Cent. So as of right now, it seems like it's clear for me to play it. So let's go ahead and play it and hear what the hell this young man got to say. I'm going to tell you up front, it's garbage, but let's just see what he had to say on there, man.
They praying on our downfall another time again. After the rain fall, the sun gon' shine again. That's right. Don't bust no U-turns, cause we ain't forgetting shit. And to all y'all that switch, suck my dick! Let's go. Yeah. Suck my dick. What? You talking down the family name, man, you wildin'. What? I dare one of you niggas scream out no Diddy. Fuck that nigga. Bro, glow with me. Baddies, they ready to go with me. I just nod and they know to go get 'em. Might see me with some pretty hoes with me, but ain't no hoe with me. I just lay back in that Virgil Maybach. That shit like 450. Police raid the crib like they think we sellin' crack. But we out here sellin' tracks. Multi-million-dollar plaques. Rather put this shit on wax. All that gossip shit is whack. When all they had was 50 Cent. Who put this city on the map? Stop lying. Pops been hated on by many men. And nigga, that's it's fine. They gon' try to stop these Eminems, and they gon' die trying. Pull up to the south side, we locked in, we got ties. Don't give a fuck about no blogs, cause we really outside.
Hey yo, CT, what the fuck these niggas talking about? Niggas say it's wartime, then it's war, nigga.
This shit suck. I'm gonna keep playing though.
What we doing? Niggas playing with niggas' names and all that. Fuck that.
Broke nigga, I don't know who even birthed these hoe niggas. All that woofing on the net, well now it's time to show niggas. Steady talking on the fam and we don't even know niggas. But go ahead, play one call away, we ain't sparing no
that
nigga.
shit dead.
Count bandos in my Gucci sandals, these niggas is sick. Probably hating cause we rich, he must think we fucked this bitch. Knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they miss. How y'all talking like a
Whoa. Did this nigga just say, whoa? So first, that's a shot at 50 because his lady, was it Daphne Joy or ex-woman, child of his mother? She was definitely named in Lil Rod's lawsuit, and she was dating Diddy for a period of time. Talking about, so I guess that was the whole must think we fucked his bitch. But then he says, like when the Fetties ran in our crib, they ain't know we moved next door. If y'all had something to hide and you moved it next door, why would you make a song telling niggas that the shit was next door? And that adds a lot of more credibility to the fact that people saw y'all moving boxes the same night when y'all got sent back to the crib. So y'all was moving boxes on some Craig shit next door. So what's gonna save y'all if y'all had something to hide in this next door and they come raid your shit then on the classification of using your lyrics against you? Diddy. You told him to put this out. You cleared this. Did you hear this before he put it out? It's unmixed. It's unmastered. The beat is peaking. His voice sounds like ass. And he's out here snitching on y'all. Who knew that y'all lived in the house next door? Wow. Then I'm gonna let him finish.
Get time up, throwing shade, get your shines up. Asking where my pops at, he on the G6 getting the line up. All you pussy ass niggas line up, let's multiply the lies up. We running shit, this bad boy, make a bad bitch want sign up.
That joint sound like a goddamn Young Chop throwaway, and you out here talking greasy. Hold on, y'all. Let me. So sorry for your mother. Good God. So that's what we got from King Combs. Now let's get to what 50 Cent had to say. What does 50 Cent have to say to this? $50 Cent gets online. He says, I feel so threatened by... Hold on. Share screen. This nigga 50 stupid, man. He says, I feel so threatened by the things Christian is saying on his record. I'm afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys. I never mentioned or posted anything about Puffy's kids because Keefy D said he killed Tupac. And if y'all don't know, Keefy D is very adamant saying, hey, man, P. Diddy put me up to it, man. He sent me the bag to do this shit, man. And post a picture of these niggas getting a jig on saying, I'm afraid of what they're going to do. Okay? He comes back and says, "Damn, King Combs, what you told Grace Marquet on that boat, huh? Gave her the puffy juice with that special sauce in it. LOL, boy, oh boy, bad boy for life." Now, there is a weird lawsuit out there against Christian Combs, right? From Grace O'Marquet. It says she is a steward working on a yacht. She alleged in a civil suit filed earlier this month, really earlier this year, the Los Angeles County Superior Court, that Christian King Combs, 26, forced her to take a spiked shot of tequila, groped her, and then her. According to court documents, that was filed April 12th, 2024. So, Diddy ain't the only one in the family with these types of allegations on him. He comes back, says, "Now, why would you say some shit like this when you know the feds are investigating? Is you stupid or is you dumb?" I think he's talking about the whole "we moved to the house next door" thing. He comes back, "I really don't understand why they want to drug women. If she can't remember how good it was the next morning, how do you connect?" Sheesh. You sold 6 copies your last you sold 6,000 copies your last project. You should not be on vacation, still chasing the dream or embracing the nightmare. Stand by your man. That I respect. Now, I think he's talking to Young Miami there. Because Young Miami came out and said some shit today, too. He comes back. "I commend you for being a strong, supportive woman for your man, Meek. Stay by his side, and together you guys may have a good life. God bless." Oh, he talking about Meek? And this is footage of Meek performing in the club and Diddy getting a little close. Diddy bopping on him. I'm not finna play the audio, but now I gotta see what Meek is talking about. Because Meek and 50 don't seem to have the best relationship either. Meek Mill comes out and says, "My last project sold 90K first week, expensive pain." Okay, this is a direct response to 50. So that wasn't at Young Miami. That was at Meek Mill. Wow. Both of them was doing 6Ks. Ross did that last CD for fun to let me out my contract because we rich and have some type of history. It's different. LOL. I don't even know how Cuban was talking to you. Your swag is extremely whack. So in the in the process of denying that your last project sold 6K, you decide to gaslight by saying your last solo project, which came out about a year and some change ago, sold 90K, which it did, but that was even a drop down because I think your last did about 200 the first week. He says Ross did that last CD for fun, which is the one that they put out, the collab album they did that didn't really perform, although it did sound good, I ain't gonna lie. He said Ross did that project in order to let him out of his Maybach Music contract. Interesting enough. That okay. And he says, "I don't even know how Cuban Link, which is 50 Cent's ex, was talking to you because your swag is whack." He says, "Nah, you post my son before. I see you posting Puff, son. You on may be working for them. I seen you laugh before when people get locked up. I grew up to many men. Not this net wasn't out. What is this? I don't know. I be around Jigga and them all day, homies rich. I don't see your type." I mean, it's crazy when rich niggas be calling each other broke. Because ain't none of y'all really broke. 50 Cent definitely ain't fucking broke. I think you would see more 50 Cent types around Jigga than you might think. But whatever. Shit, I don't know your life. He says, "I see Jadakiss son out. I love his son because I grew up to his dad. My dad was dead. I watch out for anybody kids I grew up to. We in them streets, kids. I'm Meek. Beans, Freeway, SNS, Rube, Red, Jim, etc. Anybody with a son that's out here with a relationship with me, that's the difference with me. Where y'all niggas souls out here. I don't know, but I ain't lose mine. I even linked with your son and told him to call you before you just forgot. So he's basically saying, 50 doesn't have the best relationship with his son. And he's saying, I seen your son out here. I told him to call you, right? I tried to link y'all back up. He says, as 50 oldest son, have I ever said anything bad about his dad when he was around me years ago? I told him my dad dead and he should holler at his. I came up different. I thought the rap shit was to be protected. This shit got weird. So those are Meek's responses to 50 Cent. I didn't even know that they had an issue, but I guess in some capacity, Meek is kind of taking up for Diddy. And I don't really see any incentive for him to take up for Diddy. Hold on. So where did that start? Okay, so he really was going in all day today. I didn't know. There's more from Meek. When they talk about me, they actually get clicks because people care. They mad a black kid got more influence than these labels and politicians combined. I cannot wait till election time. They're going to have to change the rules on social media. We will control the black vote. The top artist going to connect and make sure we never be controlled again. See, I be fucking with Meek when he does the anti-industry shit, but then in the same breath, he be on some weird shit. We don't give a fuck about your meme pages. Y'all think niggas dumb. That's using media propaganda against us because I own my shit. Just be ready for the music that can't be denied. Because he was definitely getting slandered by some of those media pages on IG because he had the sand in his face. And every time he posts, I don't know, he do be posting some weird photos. They try to say that he's a little bit zesty. Right? He says, never forget World Star Q died out of nowhere with the first $1 billion app off. Now white people bought it and using it against the rap community. How did Q from World Star die again? Who is his existing partners? I know for sure one of them was 50 Cent. So I think he's insinuating 50 Cent set him up. The bought World Star to troll rap. LOL. Q was very young. I doubt he had a will set up with owning World Star. I bet my last dollar a black man doesn't own it anymore. All the pages come together to post artists is something you pay for. That hustle tricking the people dying out. You can pay for a campaign for $20K to make these pages post good or bad. I don't want to pay him. My page, a movie in itself, been motivating people for years daily. And he said motivation. I had to correct that. They all post bad about me because I don't pay none of them. That's why they have Akademiks, a arpist type couch potato controlling the narrative on the biggest battles to keep track. I've been told him stop posting me. They business flow when they speak only on the culture. Once they figured out we really had extreme engagement and access to control influence off Insta and Twitter, they bought it out and used it against. It's like how we got from poor righteous teachers to where we are now. I own all my rights to my life, so now all PR bad. But you don't rap like poor righteous teachers. Ain't nothing I can't handle. When I get off vacay, it's going to be basically war. We killing everything that's being used against us and not either violence. They want me to stop posting. LOL, never. When 50 Cent says, now why would you say some shit like this? You know the feds are investigating. Meek Mill says, because you're federal. Meek is calling 50 the feds. He says, because you're federal, the street niggas in Queens know that. Excuse me. Why are you trying to pick on a little boy? Your own son hates your guts. Wow. Woo. No lies there. I'm so grateful to be on an island with my son and his friends on his B-Day. Don't follow these guys. They miserable. Lives be terrible. Okay. Meek comes back, says, y'all niggas 50 online beefing with kids. Of course y'all niggas left all y'all friends and family behind. Y'all holding the culture back for real old hating manipulating niggas. I say what I want because a war gonna come behind me if that's the case. LOL. But y'all got that rap shit too loose. Somebody gonna die and y'all gonna be calling Farrakhan or y'all federal friends. just because y'all not hot no more. Tearing y'all folks down, all y'all can do. Oh, so he really was going up for Diddy and his son. Somebody says, oh, wait. He says, oh, what? I ran into 50 many times. He only had Monster around him. That was risking his life and really holding the line. Nobody trusting 50. He too vicious. Nigga spoke on my child like this. Nigga mentally sick. So he's saying the only people you see around 50 Cent is security. Nobody that actually fucks with him. He says, I never seen black people laugh at black people getting indicted. He really be online enhancing people cases, and he got real statements against niggas. You ain't feed Mike Knox yet. Everybody onto you. But let me stop. These the niggas y'all look up to. These people that destroy black families and success like bad cops. I don't find him funny. I see him as a rich parasite. Niggas be rooting for niggas to go to jail and claiming he from the street. I'ma start bombing on y'all. Says Meek Millie super outside all summer. Y'all talk too much with no content. So there's that. Meek Mill decided he wanted to go head up at 50. I don't think that's going to bear well for Meek because 50 done punched on some of his acquaintances before. But I kind of feel where he's coming from nonetheless. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all. It's now about 4 something. Mr. Christopher Alvarez is supposed to come out with something at 5. I doubt he comes out with anything substantial. But this is the show. If anything further comes out, I will be back later in the evening with more updates. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. This is the show, Inside the Industry. We try to get to the nitty gritty. And, you know, this is a chill space. This is a spot where we can have conversations, friendly debates, share perspectives and all that good stuff. And, you know, I'm not here to attack nobody or nothing like that. So hopefully if this is your type of vibe, you go ahead and subscribe. All right. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soulja rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.